Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ball, Custody Wars, Restoring Families Internet Radio. And today, I want to talk to you guys about something I just was made aware of, and have to admit I got a big problem here. Let's open this link. Child Support Awareness Month. Apparently, we're going to discover this together. All 50 states have declared Child Support Awareness Month. That means you, that means me, that means a couple of things. This is going to be a shit show, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to open this link right here. We're going to start off with the state of California. That's where this link comes from, and we're going to get into it. August is Child Support Awareness Month. Give them something great to imitate. All 50 states celebrate August as Child Support Awareness Month. And this year, the California Department of Child Service honors those parents who make the effort to be an exceptional example in the lives of their children with the theme, Give Them Something Great to Imitate. Children imitate the actions of those around them from a young age. Children observe the way parents behave, decisions they make, and how they solve problems, and the dedication they show to their family and friends. California DCSS and your local child support agencies are proud to assist parents in setting positive examples that their children will emulate and pass on to future generations. Remember, DCSS has programs to help all parents. If you have questions about your child support order, regardless if you are the person paying the support or the person receiving the support, reach out and learn how Child Support Services can help you be proud to have your kids grow up just like you. All 50 states celebrate August as Child Support Awareness Month. Wow. You know, the link here comes from the California Department of Child and Support Services. Child Support Services. Apply to services, make a payment, check child support account, get publications, calculate child support, establish paternity, contact my local support agency, request public records, report fraud, contact DCSS, find DCSS job vacancies, protect your privacy security. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. First of all, I can't stand child support. Child support and child alienation go hand in hand. Child support is draconian, it's behind the times, and is designed to do one thing, hurt families. Nobody can look me in the eye and say, well, my child support actually helps my kid. Because the way that the law is written, and I would love for you to be able to say that to me, but you can't. Because the way it's written is, well, she could use that money for whatever she wants. As long as she has the kids, she can use the money. That's the problem. So based on the rhetoric alone, what this Awareness Month actually propagates, and it should actually be Abuse Your Child's Money Month. Because you have no say where that money goes, how that money is spent. You absolutely have, I don't care what you think, you have no say where that money goes. I'm disgusted. You know, why don't we have a Child Alienation Awareness Month? Why don't we talk about the 23 million children in this country, and I didn't make that number up, 23 million children in this country that are alienated or living in a one-parent home that have no relationship. Let's talk about the other 8 or 9 million children that are involved in CPS, DCSS, or DHS situations throughout the country. You can't sit there and tell me Child Support Awareness Month is nothing more than a witch hunt for self-proclaimed, if you will, deadbeat dads. That's all this is. This is sick and draconian. There are a few things that child support has done that could be deemed positive. Sure. But if your child support is actually being used to pay your rent month after month after month after month, you're wrong. I can't even believe what I'm looking at. I can't even believe this. This is their response to the movement. This movement is a true equality movement. It doesn't know black people. It doesn't know white people. It doesn't know Indians. It doesn't know. This movement knows parents and children. That's what this movement knows. Parents and children. And this right here, Child Support Awareness Month, all 50 states. This tells me that we need to ramp up our efforts and reverse Title 4D. It's too big for his britches. It's draconian. There's so many problems with child support, it's unreal. Look, when your court tells you what your quality of life will be, when the court tells you how much money you will make, regardless if the economy that you live in, where the area that you live in actually supports those numbers or not, there's a problem. You do have a right to live in poverty with your children. Absolutely have a right. It is not for the court to tell me, you, or anybody how much money I will or will not make. It's not even for the court to decide the quality of life that I'll give my child. Granted, we all know we want better for our children, but it is not for the court to decide. It is not their right. They do not have that right, ladies and gentlemen. And yet they've assumed it. Child support through Title 4D needs to be completely overhauled and ratified. What we're looking at here, when they're talking about this draconian system, no. They've broken the will, they've broken the backs of the citizenry. Every man, woman, and child in America is paying into support enforcement, whether they know it or not. It's a money in, money out system. That's the problem. And they are trying to celebrate themselves. They are not celebrating your children, ladies and gentlemen. They are celebrating themselves. This is sick. But it's time for all of you to be made aware of what's really going on. Child Support Awareness Month. No. This is a witch hunt for fathers and mothers, but namely fathers, that have no ability to pay or that are behind, that are alienated against their children, they're alienated from their children. They're powerless in the courts because the court has refused to listen to the overall issues for 3 or 4 decades now. I'm not going to let the court celebrate itself. I'm not going to let these liberals celebrate themselves. The destruction of America's families has got to stop. This draconian Child Support Awareness Month is nothing more, in my opinion, than a witch hunt. It celebrates those who have broken, that have no choice but to pay into the system. And I think if I pay you child support, I should get a monthly printout of every dollar that child support is going. And you know what? A lot of moms that I've spoken to around this country and around the world, On almost all Western nations, I've spoken with people, hundreds of people, perhaps thousands, and I get the same thing. I could do that. I could show my ex where that money's going every month. I have no problem with that. We need to make that the standard. I want to know where that money is going. And child support should also be geographical. You cannot tell me that a $22 an hour job in Seattle is any more money than an $8 an hour job in Idaho. Because once you include factors like cost of living, transportation, food, rent, you're not making any more money. You're on paper, you are. But the reality of life is, it's bogus. It's on paper only. That $8 an hour in Ohio or in Idaho might actually be more money for you than the $22 an hour in Seattle. The entire child support registry is criminal. It violates the 14th Amendment, amongst other things. They apply you to a system that you cannot choose to be a part of. They criminalize you for for a crime that you haven't committed. They never even gave you a chance to not pay your child support, and half these courts don't even allow you the opportunity to bring your grievance. Furthermore, most of these courts only engage in child support orders because of Title 4D. How is it that any one of you can expect to get an equal day in court with your spouse or ex-spouse or significant other with a child in common when the judge has already been paid off? When Title 4D money has already traded hands to guarantee that you do not get 50-50 custody. No, they go and celebrate themselves, and they call it Child Support Awareness Month. Ladies and gentlemen, I will bring this up on tonight's show, Restoring Families Internet Radio, with Brian Lee and myself and Angela May. There are so many problems here. This is disgusting. And every leader who said this is okay just pissed on you. That's a fact. That is a fact. This is not a celebration of the people. This is a celebration of them hurting the people. Let's call it what it is. Let's call it what it is. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys joining me. You've heard my rant. God bless you all. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you tonight in about half an hour, as a matter of fact. Restoring Families Internet Radio with Brian Lee and myself and Angela May, and we look forward to seeing you all there. God bless you all. We'll talk to you soon.